G'day lawnies, in this video we're going to turn your lawn from this to this in 3 weeks. Let's get your lawn on.
Tore it all down, just dirt and dreams. Scalped it back hard to rebuild the green. Roots in the ground, water in the holes. Patience is the secret everybody knows. From bare brown patches to a carpet so clean. It takes a little sweat to chase that dream. Lawn renovation, growing strong. New roots digging where they belong. Strip it back, lay it down, watch it rise. Turning dirt and dust to paradise. Oh, this lawn's my dedication. Welcome to the Renovation Nation.
This video is about lawn renovation, and lawn renovation is an effective tool to fix a terrible lawn. I've packed this video with everything from what to do a couple of weeks before your renovation, what to do just before your renovation, how to do your renovation, and also the care that you take after the renovation, including your watering schedule and your fertilising. And I'll even take you right through to your first mow. Everything I do in this video is going to be suitable for your warm season lawns such as couch, kikuyu, zoysia, and buffalo, but just remember that with buffalo you can't mow it down to the ground. There's a little bit of a difference in its growth habit. Now, while the AI videos that I've got here aren't entirely accurate, it certainly gives you the idea. Lawns like Tiff Tuff can spread from these small underground runners, which are called rhizomes, as well as spreading above ground via stolons. So the only thing underneath the ground for buffalo lawns is roots. They don't have rhizomes, so you can't mow these to the ground, because if you get rid of all the stolons and all the leaf, photosynthesis for the plant system won't occur, and hence you could actually kill off your buffalo lawn. I suggest to lightly scarify your buffalo lawn to get rid of your thatch and your excess runners, but in doing so make sure that you leave some green leaf for that photosynthesis to occur. And after that point, totally everything in this video is applicable to your buffalo lawn. So for you lawnies that don't have all the equipment, I've got some suggestions, some workarounds and some tips to help your renovation be just as successful as a renovation that has all the gear. So when to renovate? From early spring right through to early autumn. So long as the heat is there and the water's available, you're good to go. If you're targeting an early spring renovation, you need the temperature of the low and the high to be equaling 35 for a couple of days before you're good to go. So a couple of weeks before your renovation, be sure to use a granular fertilizer. That way you're getting some nutrients in the ground a couple of weeks before the renovation, and that will help your lawn come out of the renovation repair a lot quicker and much better. 2 days before your renovation, give it a good deep watering. You need to do this so that the aerator can easily get into your soil profile. Now, without further ado, let's get stuck into that renovation. Okay, the first step is to lower your height, and you can do this in a number of ways. Here I'm using the beautiful MowMaster cylinder mower, but if you only have a rotary, well, that's all you're going to be able to use. And look, I've done that kind of renovation many times before, no issues, although it is a fair bit harder. No matter what type of mower that you're going to be using, the principle is going to be the same. You're going to be gradually lowering the height across a number of mows, and going in different directions certainly makes that easier. I've gone down from 15 millimeters down to about 8 millimeters across about 3 or 4 mows, gradually lowering the height and going in different directions. The idea here is to go into the crown and take away a fair bit of the leaf matter, and basically make it easier for the dethatch to get into the crown and the rest of the plant, to take away the thatch and everything that's there, because that's going to get rather thick. And rather than having a difficult time mowing it, I'd like to have an easier time mowing it. So that's why we go to the dethatcher next. It always surprises me how much the dethatcher actually takes out. This material also can be used in replanting. The cool thing about dethatchers as well is they can be used not only for renovations, but for any time that you want to thin out your plant throughout the growing season. On this occasion, we sucked up the dethatchings with the Ego mower and also scooping it in with a shovel. And then I neatened it up a bit further with the MowMaster. So the next step is scarification. So we've taken care of the thatch and everything that's on top of the soil, but scarification with a Scott Bonner 46, which has solid blades, will go into the soil around about 4 millimeters to dig out that thatch that's in the upper level of the soil. Now, if you don't have a scarifier, you can hire one, but look, if you can't get a scarifier and you can't do this, it's not the end of the world. But if you can scarify, great, because getting in there, getting rid of that thatch material is going to create consistency when it comes back. So I sucked up the scarification clippings, which again can be used in planting a new lawn if you wish. After I've sucked it up with the rotary mowers and using shovels and stuff, I've gone a 4mm mow with the Mow Master. Let's get the weapon out. In order for lawn to be healthy, it needs the air, water and nutrients to be able to get to the root zone. Aeration isn't just a thing that you do during renovations. It can be done any time of year and is beneficial for the lawn in many ways. Lawns won't grow in hard soil because it chokes the roots, and therefore air, water and nutrients won't be able to get to those roots. Aeration that pulls out a core is the most effective way to aerate because it leaves a large channel for the air, water and nutrients to get to the root zone. Take a look at this picture, which is a representation of an aerated lawn area. The cores have created channels for the air, water and nutrients to get to. The roots will grow into these channels and the plant will be much more drought tolerant, much more effective at getting nutrients and moisture, and overall be much more healthy. Lawns that are regularly aerated are going to be much more resilient, grow much better and have less issues. Step right up, we've got some Topdress choices for you. First one is sand, and I prefer sand because it's fantastic for drainage, easy to level. The only cons with it is that it's not going to hold as much nutrients or as much water as something like a blended loam. Blended loam is also a good choice. The cool thing about blended loam is it's got the properties of the sand, that it does well with drainage and everything else, but it also has some nutrient content and will hold a bit water a little bit better. This is probably suitable for lawns that are a bit more thick, such as Kikuyu and Buffalo. I'm not going to really comment on using compost because I've not used it before. However, from what I've seen, it evaporates quite quickly, basically give you much more organics for your soil, but when it comes to soil choices like that, I prefer to have my organics be controlled by using things like humic acid, Hero humic acid and root builder, and also Nutrog makes some really good products that are great for soil health.
Lawnporn Topdress is a premium screed sand that is easy to level, provides excellent drainage, with the amount of gypsum added to help it adapt to the native ground that you have. No impurities, no rocks, no bits and no cheap surprises. This product is completely premium and it's growing year by year, so get onto it if you're in the area.
Lawnporn Topdress, it is amazing stuff, nice and clean. It's got a little bit of gypsum to adapt to your native surface. It's just the best top dressing that you can get here in South Australia. It's at Garden Grove, which is at Golden Grove.
Until the dawn, that's lawn is Lawnporn. Yeah.
Right, here we go.
Although it takes some time, flicking out your sand like this makes it nice and easy to work because it's nice and thin and much easier than working with clumps.
And after we've flicked that down, we rub it in with the soil leveler. Awesome, so now we've got to do that throughout the whole lawn. So that's going to take a while.
A really thin top dress this year. I've used about 1/3 of a tonne for my 100 square metre area. Can go a bit thicker, right up to 20 mil if you wish, but just realise that the recovery and repair will take longer.
Now I don't want you stressing if you don't have all the tools. You might already have the stuff that you already need. Number one is a rotary mower. You need to mow it down somehow. Try and get a rotary mower that goes down to about 13 mil. If you don't have one of these already, a soil spreader, that is really going to help you. It's nice and easy to flatten out the lawn from that. And this is worth its weight in gold too, a aerator. It's got hollow tines to do that coring. The cool thing about having the rotary mower is that it'll do 95% of the work. It'll get rid of all the thatch and everything. I've done plenty of renovations like that, but look, it is a bit of a hard process. It takes quite a while. Your mower chokes up a lot, stop, start, stop, start. But you know, I've done it that way before and got there. So it doesn't go underneath the ground to get rid of that thatch, but one of these will sort of alleviate that quite a bit. And look, you know, at this time of year, look at hiring. Go to your network, get your mates together, and you might be able to find a scarifier and aerator and corer. Really go for it from there. Get your lawn on.
Deep watering before reno we've already discussed. Now, apart from the day one water in that we do with our products on our first day, the first 2 weeks is syringe watering daily at 7 AM, 12 PM, 5 PM for 5 minutes each. Week 3 we reduce that by skipping the days, but the watering pattern remains the same. Eventually we'll look to deep and frequent watering, but we'll discuss that later in the video. The first application we put down is the real backbone to the whole renovation repair process. Moist soil wetter for soil wetting, Hero for organics and soil health, and History to prevent black beetle. Spray that down and then put down 4 Seasons, which is a dual control release nitrogen and potassium, slow release fertiliser which will produce vigorous growth, but it's also got iron in there to deepen the green and protect the plant. So evenly spread the fertiliser straight after you've sprayed the area, and then make sure that you water this in for about 6 millimetres of water, or about 20 odd minutes on your average sprinkler system. I've gone very thin with my top dress this year, and like within 3 days it's starting to come out already. If you've got a thicker top dress, it might take a little bit longer. Day 5 it's really starting to come out, so I took advantage of this and put down a launch and root builder for a balanced feed and enhancing the root system. And what's brilliant about foliar treatments is they work so quickly. As you can see, it's really starting to grow, starting to mature into the area. Now I really want to supercharge with what I've got. Now I would have done this day 7, but it was too windy. So what I'm going to be doing is Charger and Root Builder, both at a low level, but they're still very, very powerful. Charger will get that leaf growth going and also add a bit of colour with the added iron that's in that, and Root Builder will continue to build the root system, which is very important for renovation repair. Now day 9 I took advantage of the growth that I've had, and I've got down with the rotary brush and the soil leveler just to even out some spots. Nice and flat, baby, that's the way I like it. Now that Charger and Root Builder app really works the magic over the next few days, that's for sure.
Alright, for 2 weeks grow in, this is growing very, very well. It's nearly covered. You'd probably consider mowing pretty soon, but from here on in, I'd start dropping the amount of water that I put on it, because I've got a fair bit of recovery. For me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do syringe watering 5 minutes at 7 o'clock in the morning, 5 minutes at 12, and 5 minutes at 5 PM. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, so I'm going to skip days, and eventually I want to train that watering to go to deep infrequent waterings. Okay, I'm not going to mow right now, but what I am going to do is I'm going to put down another charger at a slightly higher strength, 300 mils of charger per 100 square metres and 100 mils worth of root builder in a tank mix. Basically, that will cause some lateral growth, some leaf growth, and get this area to recover really, really well, as it already has done in 2 weeks. By 3 weeks, I reckon we'll be pretty close to mowing.
Okay, so it's time for another Charger and Root Builder app, but I'm going to up the strength a bit. So 300 mils Charger, 100 mils of Root Builder, going for that leaf growth and also building that root system. This is going to repair really, really quickly. Even though the weather wasn't ideal for renovation repair, you can see that it's really moving and going in the right direction. So let's let's go over the care routine and summary. Deep watering before the reno will aid renovation, and the weeks following with syringe water will aid growth. Day 1 treatments are the backbone of our program and will aid soil health, protection and nutrition. As soon as we get leaf growth, we transition into foliar fertilisers, initially with balanced nutrition and root health, and then targeting a faster repair with leaf growth, great colours and continuing our root building regime. The repeated and increased dose will further quicken results. All the products in the Lawnporn range have helped in this renovation. These products are totally professional and used by turf professionals within the turf industry. Lawnporn's available at a wide range of retailers. Supporting them supports your local community.
Okay, so this is day 20, not quite 3 weeks. I've had to do this a little bit early because the weather is going to get very, very windy this weekend. I was planning to do the mow tomorrow, but look, I have to do it today. But look, you get the idea. It's recovered really well. Things to consider when you do your first mow is that you need about, a good 95% coverage. Sandy areas that come along, basically what you do is a couple of hours before you do the mow, wet it down for a couple of minutes. That way the sand is not going to get into your blades of your mower. Now I've decided to go with the Allet Kensington instead of the MowMaster for the first mow, simply because I use the MowMaster throughout the whole renovation and it's blunting the blades, it's not cutting paper. And basically, I need to get that sharpened properly and I haven't got around to doing that yet. If you're looking for someone to sharpen your cylinder blades up, check out Adelaide Cylinder Mower Service. Yeah, he does a great job. I'm hoping to do a video with him in the future. It's the first mow, it's not like it's a one and done thing. You're gonna need a couple of mows over a couple of weeks to really thicken it up because the mowing will encourage the leaf not to grow up into the sky, which Tiff Tuff really likes to do. You do realise that I went early with this renovation to get this video out for the October long weekend to really help your lawnies out. So my recovery hasn't happened in a few areas. That's due to a few reasons. It was a bit cool over the last 3 weeks. Number 2, the house does a fair bit of shade quite early in the afternoon, so those areas take a little bit while longer to repair. But number 3, the Lawnporn stuff has really done a very great job here, even though the conditions haven't been ideal. I'm sure if you're hitting your reno in October and throughout late spring, you're going to get much quicker results and a bit better results than what I'll be getting. Anyway, I'm yabbered enough. Let's get into the mow.
Matt is mowing the lawn. Matt likes the lawn. Mowing the lawn till the dawn. Matt's lawn is lawn porn. Whoa! Matt is mowing the lawn. Matt likes the lawn. We're mowing the lawn till the dawn. Matt's lawn is lawn porn. Yeah!
And from here on in, that'll mature. That'll a couple of cuts. It'll start training it to grow laterally. And in the future, I'd be looking at doing some deep and frequent watering a couple of days a week, like a Tuesday, Friday for 45 minutes, just to train the roots to grow deeper. And then I'd be looking at things like using green light, which I haven't used in this renovation, because green light doesn't cause surge growth and it's really more of a specialised product for green colour. But getting some green light down with some plant growth regulator, really tightening up the sward and making it look really, really neat. Okay everyone, this turned out really well, better than I expected. I hope this video has really helped you, give you confidence to do your own renovation. Get your lawn on and we'll see you in the next one.
This lawn's my dedication. Welcome to the Renovation Nation.